Hi Aries, welcome to your Oracle of Love for Singles who's coming towards you general tarot reading. This will be looking into your next romance, the potential characteristics and the person that's coming in. There will be an extended version of this reading provided in the link below this video in the show more section. And in this extended reading, I will be looking into this person's past relationship, what they were lacking or what they were missing in their past relationship, and what it is that they'll be wanting from you when the two of you come together and how your relationship will be together. Aries, singles, let's see what's happening. Okay, Ace of Wands. This could be another fire sign coming in. Fellow Aries, Sagittarius or Leo that's coming in to rock your world. This person is coming in quite quickly and is certainly making an entrance here because they're coming up as the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is a fresh start. It's a completely new, fresh, exciting relationship that's coming up for some of you. This person is wanting a lot of adventure. They could be quite a thrill seeker. They're a mover and a shaker, so to speak. So I think they're quite bold, quite outspoken, quite outgoing. They could be at a point in their lives where they're achieving a lot of things or moving around a lot. So there could be some sort of movement in terms of relocation or holidaying or traveling for work or commuting or something. But there is movement around them that's coming up with the Ace of Wands. But it's really going to be quite an action-packed relationship. There's a very intense attraction and sexuality between the two of you. The relationship could move quite quickly, but primarily so far there's a lot of there's a basis of action in this relationship, meaning there's a very intense physical connection that might be the foundation of this relationship when you first meet. So there's a very intense attraction to each other. There's a very intense magnetic pull towards each other. There's a lot of movement here, but also this could be related to this person's work situation. They could be in a job where they have to move around a lot. It could be manual labor. It could be traveling a lot. It could be in the tourism industry. It could be in the automotive industry, but there's movement with the Ace of Wands. It is a new opportunity and it is divine. So it's almost like this person's, when they come into your life, it's going to be really obvious why they're there. So they're going to come in a really, really big way. They're certainly going to make an entrance somehow, Aries, in your life. They're certainly going to leave a very, very long-lasting impression on you when they come in. And I think you'll know this person is for you on some level here. You know that this person was brought to you. Okay, the King of Cups. Could be a strong Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio that's coming in with the King of Cups. This is a person who has a lot of emotional upheaval perhaps around them. But the fact that they're coming up as the King indicates that they have recently gone through some sort of shake-up or have recently experienced or endured heartbreak. And it's almost enlightened them in a way in terms of relationship. So although they're a mover, although they're a shaker, they're coming up as the King of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional maturity that comes with this person. I think they're able to commit in a very wholeheartedly emotive way. And they're quite expressive with their love, I feel. Highs are high and lows are low, but they definitely feel their way through a relationship. So for some of you, there's definitely a strong water sign that's coming in that is a relationship you haven't experienced quite like this before, and it could very well mean falling in love with each other. There is water in the cards here. This person might enjoy being around the water. They could live around the water. They could surf. They could have a boat. They could work at the marina. But they are coming up as the King, which is good. It's almost like they've had lessons in love, Aries. And this is why they might surprise you in a lot of ways, because although they might seem quite youthful or adventurous or fleeting, like you may not feel you're able to tie them down just yet, I think you'll be surprised by a lot of what this person is, a lot of what they encompass, of who they are. Okay, the Queen of Wands. This is really nice. This is a strong Leo for some of you that's coming in. So a water sign or a potential Leo. I think there's a possibility for you to grow spiritually together with this person when they come in your life. They are a leader. I feel like they have a certain, if they're a man that you're wanting, they're very masculine and they're dominant, but I think in a healthy way. I think they have a very nurturing, protective side, and I think that will excite you, Aries. I don't see it to be a major problem. I see it that you'll be very excited by this. Also, if you're a male looking for a female, you might find that she might be quite dominant or she might have the upper hand, and I think that will, again, excite you in a lot of ways. And I think you'll be happy for them to sort of take the reins sometimes when needed. So if it's not you, it'll be them. But there's definitely a fire queen and a water king. So for all you females out there, a very strong water sign that's coming in around you. You're coming up as the king and the queen. So this is a long-term lasting relationship here. One of you hasn't come up as the page. You've both come up as the king or the queen. So you're both at that stage. You're both ready for this sort of commitment. And you're both willing and ready to offer each other what it is that you need to offer. This person could be quite outdoorsy. They love nature, they love the water, they love flowers, they might like landscaping, they might do landscaping for work if they're a male. Or if they're a female, then they're quite sensual and earthly. Again, a very strong physical attraction. The sex could be really amazing. And it could be one of the reasons why you're wanting to stay or why you're wanting to explore this further, Aries. And I don't blame you, because what's coming up here is that on the physical side, it will be very, very good, very, very satisfying. And emotionally, you'll start seeing some wonderful changes and commitment from this person. They might have a pet. There's certainly opportunities for you to meet this person through the outdoors somehow or through movement. So it could be you might meet on a ferry, you might meet outdoors at a park. There's a certain like a nature feel. Maybe it's hiking. You might meet on hiking trails, on hiking trips as well. This person could be a cat lover. There is a cat here. They're quite superstitious, so I feel they're open-minded to these things. So superstitious maybe, quite spiritual, quite open-minded. They could be they could enjoy the occult, so like ghost stories, ghost tours, scary movies. It's sort of that type of feel. Okay, what cards flipped over? Okay, Six of Pentacles. They're quite a generous person, excuse me. It's too early in the morning here. Okay, so they're quite a generous person with the Six of Pentacles. There is earth energy here, which I like. They're quite kind, I feel. And there's some scales here. So although this is earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, this person is very big on equality, on fairness. They could work in the justice system, or they could work something to do with scales or balancing. It might be that they have Libran energy somewhere in their chart, yes. Or they might do this sort of work. They could involve charity, traveling for charity, maybe sponsoring companies. Maybe the company or the corporation they work for sponsor people. But it could be asking for finances as well. Right now, or the time you meet this person, could be getting a loan of some kind. Now, it could be to fund their dreams. It could be to fund a business. I think it's something quite substantial because they are coming up as a mover and shaker. So they take big steps. They might even take risks. But with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like they're sort of funding something big. It could be like an investment, stocks, a house, an investment property of some kind, or funding a really, really large dream, a really big dream that they have. It's also charity. You could possibly meet through a charity, an outdoor charity event specifically, or this person might partake in outdoor charity events. The World card, I love the World card. It's so beautiful. It really is. Look at the artwork on this card. I think it's amazing. But this card is all about all possibilities are out there in the open. All bets are off, Aries. There's potential for you to be very, very happy in your world. And I think this person is going to come in and really change things for you, Aries, in a really, really big way. You might never be the same again after this person. They're definitely leaving a lasting impression on you. And some of you will end up in a very serious, committed, long-term relationship with this person. But with the World card, they're quite worldly. They're traveled. They're successful. I feel like career-wise, and it could be something to do with this money or this assets or help of some kind, I feel like they might make their impression on the world somehow. And whether it is through charity, whether they leave a legacy behind because of the charity work they do, or whether it's because they have a fitness or a travel blog, or whether it's because they're writing a book or the script for a movie, a film, I feel like they're leaving their mark on the world very, very slowly. And as I said, they're a very impressionable person, and this will apply to you, Aries. You might find yourself quite aghast because you notice yourself feeling a certain way and you're so enamored by this person. But there's opportunities for a new world, and we see this wreath of victory. It could be an engagement ring for some of you. There's victory. There's a new world that's taking form, and it very much involves the king and the queen, the fire queen or the fire king, if that's what you are, and a water sign or a fellow fire sign that's coming in, and this will be your world. Look at this, Aries. And you'll just be so happy, just the two of you in your own little bubble here. And you'll feel like that's all you ever need is just this person with you. They could work for an international company with the World card as well. They could work online or have an online role or job. They could be bilingual. They could be foreign, different nationality, religion, traditions, cultural traditions to you as well with the World card. So it's just you and them type thing. I love that. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing here. Except that hopefully you won't be robbing banks together. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I love the Queen of Pentacles. She has a very strong established energy to her. I feel like they're trying to work towards their career or really establish themselves in the world or in their future, or you know, working towards leaving their mark behind with the Queen of Pentacles. In this particular deck, she does rule abundance, marriage, and assets. So there is possibility for someone to get married here. For some of you Aries out there, you will be getting married to this person. And it could even be you might elope, you might take a trip elsewhere. You might go to the Greek islands, you might go to Portugal, to Spain, to the Caribbean, to the South Pacific. But I like this. It's almost like it will be your own little bubble and your own little world, and all you will need is each other. I love that the Queen of Pentacles has come up here. But this is abundance. I feel like this person is going to be successful through some sort of charity work or whatever it is they're funding currently. They will be very successful once they get this off the ground. Okay, the 10 of Chalices. This is harmony, happy unions. This is just symbolic that this is, for some of you, there's definitely a water sign that you should pay attention to, because they're able to offer you, give you this harmony, this abundance, everything it is that you want, Aries. Emotional security, togetherness, a happy union, harmony. This is a chalice of souls. So for some of you, it really is a soulmate. This water sign is, or a fire sign, but the chalices do represent water. This is a person that has a very strong soul connection. So there could be a past life connection here with the 10 of Chalices. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. Things will move slowly but surely. The Knight of Pentacles, I feel like there's a lot of, there could be Earth in their chart, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But I like this. This shows that they're quite grounded. It's almost like a transaction is happening here. So the transaction could be like a marriage transaction, or it could be a large asset that you come together in. So whether it's a house, whether you purchase a car together, there's some sort of joint venture here happening between the two of you, I feel, with the Knight. But I guess this one looks like he's on the move. This one looks like he's moving a lot faster than the other one in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. But again, I feel like they could be working with large sums of money. They could work for a financial institution where they lend money or they sponsor businesses in some aspect here. But work-wise, I feel like they're going quite well. They're moving at a very good pace at work. There could be a possible promotion for them coming in very soon. The King of Swords. A lot of commonality between the two of you. They're quite charismatic. They know all the right things to say. Their communication is quite articulate. It's quite open. There's direction. There's credibility. I feel like you can rely on this person. They're reliable. They follow through with their word. They're not one to say something and back out of it. They're open. Remember, the Queen of Wands is very open. They're open-minded. They'll say what they feel. Maybe sometimes their words will be quite sharp here with the sword. They're holding the sword. But I think for the most part, you'll appreciate how open they are, Aries, how much they're willing to share with you. Again, they could be working with education somehow as well, teaching, leading, mentoring with the king. They might just have a very nurturing side where you might find that in their group of friends or in their family, they're the person that everyone goes to when they're having problems, because this person almost acts like a rock. They have very wise words of wisdom, and we spoke about credibility, so they are quite reliable and trustworthy, and this is why people flock to them, because they find this, especially if they are someone under the sign of a Cancer or a Pisces or a Scorpio. You know, these water signs tend to be quite emotionally in tune with people, so they're for a lot of the time, especially for Cancers, a lot of people do find solace in them because they are so open to listening to other people and their problems and what's going on, that, you know, they just have this very nurturing side to them, and it appeals to a lot of people because they care. They have a big heart. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a balancing act, so there's a lot of juggling happening here. So I feel like you might be fighting for their attention. They might be committed to their job or to getting this business off the ground, or a charity or a business project. So there's a lot of balance. I think for the most part, it's working really well. We can see what looks like a baboon here, and he's literally on this pentacle here, and then above him he has another one, but he doesn't look out of shape, and this shows to me that there's a healthy balance. It's kind of risky, so I don't know how that will apply to you. Risky balance, but it's almost like it's you have to be very careful. So it's almost like there's a message here for you to be really, really careful. I don't think it's someone else they're balancing or you. I just think this relationship, to get this relationship off the ground and to get it to the places where you want to get it, Aries, there's something about balancing, and then everything needs to be in moderation, whether that's, sex, communication, experiences, activities, alone time, solitude. Everything needs to be in balance, because if it's not, things can fall apart very, very quickly. So for some, there is an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo coming in as well, potentially up to 2 different people, a water sign, a fire sign, and an earth sign in particular. So I hope that's been insightful for you, Aries. Thank you so much again for watching.